back to a new Food Reviews with Fatty. My name is Jay, and I'm your host today, aka Fatty. So today we're going to be doing the Arby's Big Game Burger. Okay, now first things first, I did say I wasn't going to do any more Arby's videos. I know this. I already know. You don't got to tell me. However, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to give them one chance to redeem themselves with this almost $10 burger. So this is the Big Game Burger. It has a mix of elk, venison, and it also has ground beef, like from the cow, of course. So, needless to say, this sandwich, like I said, it's almost $10. It's supposed to be game-changing. It also does have a cherry steak sauce on it, is what it says also here. So, that's something to think about also. I've never had cherry steak sauce, and I've never had elk. So, there are a couple things to mark off my bucket list, so to speak. So it looks like it has the cherry steak sauce, mozzarella cheese, or a cheese period. It doesn't matter which kind of cheese. And it looks like it has these like onion ring things, if you can see those there, like pieces of crispy onion ring. And so that's basically the basis of this burger. So the only reason I decided to try this is because I know the value is not there. $10 for a cheeseburger is just insane. All right. However, since I've never had elk and I've never had cherry steak sauce on a burger, and I had the opportunity to review something new, of course, always limited time. Of course, this is a limited time burger. So as far as this goes, this is something that you're not going to find every day, at least. I guess from what I understand, they did have it back in 2017, and I've never heard of it before. So I thought, what the hey, this is just something else to add to my repertoire, I guess you could say. So yeah, like on the bottom is the steak sauce, on the top is the crispy onions and the cheese, and right here's a little sample of the inside. They did state this was like a 1-inch patty from what I read about this. That's definitely not a 1-inch patty. So there's your first mistake, Arby's. Definitely not a one. That's definitely not the case here. Here's the other piece, the other half, and you can see still that's not exactly a 1-inch burger, but I'm all right with that because I don't feel like cramming a whole bunch of meat in my face right now. I really don't. I wish I had a little ranch, but I don't. So it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and give this a try. I'm gonna try it on both this way and this way because it's just something that I choose to do. So let's dig in. I'm not usually an onion guy either. However, with crispy onions, it's similar to onion rings. And onion rings are about the only onions I can eat. Now, once in a while, if I get a White Castle, also, I can handle those little small sliver onions. Or like the way they used to do it at McDonald's. I don't know. I guess I heard they're changing those. McDonald's is now putting onions on all of the burgers except for the double cheeseburger and the McDouble. That's the big thing. I don't understand why you'd want to put onions on everything, but not everybody likes onions, and some people are allergic and can die. So that's a great idea at McDonald's. It's a real great idea. Thumbs up to that one. Okay. I'm going to try this one more time, but I'm going to try it this way instead of this way. Okay. So my first impression of this is I can taste the onions. They don't taste too bad. They're not too strong. The meat has a slightly different taste than hamburger. Just the beef itself, I can taste more than just the beef itself. However, it has I wouldn't say a weird texture, like it's the bite. It's a little more chewy. I can't taste the venison. I don't know what elk tastes like, so I can't really speak on that one. I'll have to say, with this one here, I would almost be remiss in thinking that it's just a regular hamburger. They're just selling them a little larger than the rest of the hamburgers. Something to draw the attention of it and ire of everybody. You're really trying to get out there, Arby's, with your burger game. We already know you got a meat game, sort of, minus that dry roast beef, minus the fried foods that aren't really that impressive, minus the $9 hero that used to be 2 for $7, and the fact that you keep bumping up the 2 for $7. Before soon it'll be a 2 for $10, so I can't wait for that. That's going to be excellent. So yeah, how should I go about this? It tastes way different. I'm not sure there's a whole lot of specialty going on here, like they make it out to be a specialty limited time option. I just don't know. I mean, this is kind of like I don't know. It gives me that hot dog feeling, like a hot dog, how you don't know what it's made out of, but you know they'll tell you what it's made out of, but they won't tell you what it's made of. That's kind of what I'm getting the feeling of here. I really feel like they just took some cherry steak sauce, which it doesn't taste like cherry or steak sauce, so I don't know how that's a cherry steak sauce. That's definitely a strike in this game. There's 2 strikes. I'm trying to find this third one. Right now, I have to be really honest, I don't find a third one, a third strike, which does give me, you know, some kind of movement toward how I feel about this. I really feel like this is even going to be one of those things that has to have a third bite, not just a third strike, because I'm just trying to taste that steak sauce. I don't taste the steak sauce. Whatever they call cherry steak sauce, I don't know. If I pictured taking some cherries and some steak sauce and throwing them in a mixer, then I would have some cherry steak sauce and it would be A1 with a little cherry tart flavor. This does not have that. It doesn't. I don't know why. What they did, I don't know why it doesn't taste like cherry or steak sauce, and they call it cherry and steak sauce. So I guess that could be something that I could hold against this sandwich in the general respect, because already I don't feel like it's the meat they say it is. I don't feel like it's the steak sauce they say it is, which leaves basically just cheese, crispy onions, and bread. The bun's not too bad, but the burger just doesn't seem anything special. Like, I feel that this is like, okay, I'm eating a burger. Any burger in the world, you go to Burger King, get you a quarter pounder. This is what it basically feels like right here. No. Got news for you, Arby. That's going to be the last $9 and some change you drag out of my pocket. Because I'll say this. For this burger, despite the fact that it tastes like every other burger, I'll give them a thumbs up. As far as Arby's goes and the value, thumbs down. Quality, thumbs down. Tastiness, it's wanting to point down, but it just doesn't. Sometimes that happens. My thumb just takes over itself, and I guess it's maybe because I've been riding my scooter lately to work and back, and until my car gets fixed, so maybe I'm just a little shaky. But no, yeah. As far as this goes, I'm not super sold on this. The onions are kind of like, if. Tastes like the onions that they put on green bean casserole, but just older, softer, and not as tasty. So yeah, Arby's, the burger gets a thumbs up. Everything else gets a thumbs down, especially when you're looking inside of it and you can see the pink of the burger. And I don't like pink anything. Well, I do like some pink things, but I don't like all of them. So that's where I'll start. Yeah, decent burger, but my suggestion is just to go to McDonald's and get a quarter pounder. You can take it home, put on some steak sauce if that's what you really want. But yeah, this burger is not anything special by any stretch of the imagination. Nor does it feel special. I mean, it's like, it's a burger. It's a burger. You buy a burger from a food truck, you got this burger. You buy a burger from McDonald's, you got this burger. You buy a Big Mac from McDonald's, you got this burger. This is what it feels like. It doesn't feel like anything special. I mean, like I said, Whopper, Dave Single, very much of that just feels the same way. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these companies kind of intermingle. They won't say that because they claim they're competition. But in reality, they're not. A lot of them are not. They are actually commingling, as they call it, which is supposed to be against the law. However, some people do get away with this. Companies, should I say. So, honestly, to put it to the best way I can explain it, this is definitely a mix-up of companies working together. I don't know who Arby's works with. I didn't put in the research for that part because I'm here to review the food, not do research on the company to that standard, you know. I can say this much. The burger itself, ever since I took a few bites of it, and with the onions, it seems like it's just giving me indigestion, so please forgive me if I hiccup a couple times or you look like I'm going to throw up, because I'm not going to throw up. It's not that bad. Really, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's just regular burger. I don't think it's got any special elk and venison, because I know what venison tastes like, and this does not taste like venison. Unless they put a little tiny bit, like this much venison, this much elk, and then the rest is, out of the big burger, is the ground burger. So yeah, I don't feel like they say it is what it is. I'm convinced thoroughly that this is not just elk and venison in this. I'm pretty sure this is just a regular burger. It's not impressive in the least. The value is not worth it. They do say the protein content's really good in this, but then again, protein content means nothing when the grams of fat and sugar and everything else that's in this kind of just overpowers it. So, yeah, as far as this goes, like I said, it's a passing burger, so I'll have to give a thumbs up for that. For Arby's and their creativity and the overall, no. Once again, Arby's, you have failed me, even with your burger that's subpar at best. So, sorry guys, I really don't know what to say about this one. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I told myself I wasn't going to go to Arby's anymore. I told myself I wasn't going to buy this burger anymore. Or any kind of, just any kind of Arby's food in general. That's what I'll say. Just any kind of Arby's food in general. Or even go back to Arby's for that matter. I turned my back on myself for doing that one once. Now I feel like I turned my back on myself literally because I just was like, I just want to turn my back on this sandwich. Just get up and walk away. However, I got all you lovely people watching, so I'm going to continue for just a little bit longer. So how about this? Like I said, the burger good, Arby's bad, and everybody out there, I can suggest you to go anywhere else and get a burger than this place, okay? Yeah, it's just not, it's not anything special at all. They've definitely made a mockery of the burger scene, and guys, you better just stay to your roast beef, because it's beef, it's burger, Same thing. You're famous for what you are, Arby's, and just stay where you're at, because when you try to span out into that industry of something else that you're not specialized in, you're gonna fall flat. That's just how it works. You know, some people can step out of the boundaries of their restaurant and it work out pretty well. Arby's, you're just not one of those. Your franchisees need to know this. And the Wagyu burger, the this burger and that burger, I'm pretty sure they're just burgers. So please don't get yourself scammed by this at all. Do not fall for this I'm eating something special burger at all. Okay? So that's going to conclude my review today. I want to thank everybody who stayed to the end of the video. I want to thank everybody who has become a follower for this channel, and I do ask everybody else out there to like and subscribe. So, with that being said, this is definitely another food review with Fatty, and of course I'm your host Jay, aka Fatty, and we will be calling it a day as usual. So, with that being said, we're calling it a day and a day. Thank you all for coming in here. If you'd like to support the channel, please do take a look at the merch links in the description below. Please do also, if you're interested in some kind of music like instrumentals, I do instrumentals, so you can go look at my website, JPUMP Music. That's the letter J, PUMP Music.com. And you can listen to some of my beat samples, to see what exactly I have on there and see what I'm doing with this in specific. You may find something you like, you may not. If you do happen to find something that you like, I do have contracts for leases and exclusives, so that'll cover the basis with exclusives. I'm going to ask a little something different than with leases. That's only because when you're leasing, it's still my beat. It's just I'm loaning it to you. I'm leasing it. I'm renting this beat to you. So I do ask credit for either one, and I also do ask for a percentage when it's the lease of your sales. That's basically the only thing, and I don't ask a whole lot. I ask like 10%, 20%, something like that. Depending upon how much you pay to lease it, it's really going to depend on the percentages. That's just how it works. And I do have contracts for everything, so as far as that goes, that's something else to think about as well. All right? So, like I said, with that being said, we called it a day already, and so this is going to be the end. Fatty out.